You're tuned into the MultiChoice Diski Challenge. After a short pause in the Reserve League, we are ready to tackle the new year with more compelling action. But before we resume, let's reminisce on the past year's captivating action. Coming up, we revert to the MDC launch, we revisit the commentator search, and we count down the best dance moves that kept us entertained during the activations. The MultiChoice Diski Challenge launch took place at the PSL offices, where we had MultiChoice Head of Corporate Relations, Mandla Ndlovu, explain the importance of making the games easily accessible to the people by utilizing the stadiums that have never been used for any of the PSL League games, such as Sinaba and Makulong Stadium.
The main thing this season is that we're taking the game to different areas that we have not been before because of the response that we got last season. So this season, for the first time, we are going to Limpopo and we'll be going to Seshego. We have chosen to target areas where the games are far and few between, really. So we'll also be going to Guanyamazane, we're going to Giant Stadium, which has never been used by any of the PSL teams before. So I think what's new this year is really that because of the increase in the number of games, increase in the frequency of games, a lot more people are going to enjoy the Diski Challenge.
The loved and respected MDC ambassador, Jabu Mahlangu, illustrated the importance of the MultiChoice Diski Challenge to young players.
The Diski Challenge, it has really helped a lot of youngsters, to showcase their talents. And looking at the stats right now, we've got like 14 players who are playing for the under-23s and under-20s who comes from the Diski Challenge. And we've seen players like Dean, the SuperSport young defender, who just made his debut against Orlando Pirates in the league. He also played the Diski Challenge. We've seen Menzi Masuku from Orlando Pirates, who now becomes, a household name for a big team like Orlando Pirates. So I think this initiative, it creates the gap between the PSL and the Reserve League. It narrows the gap, because now we don't want to find a player coming from a Reserve League going to the first team and still he doesn't understand, what he must do.
The MultiChoice Diski Challenge has been a great platform, not just for the players, coaches and crew, but for the communities where these games have been held, as some of our fans had their first live match experience at these very stadiums. The Diski Challenge is all about equipping up-and-coming players, and molding these young talents requires planning and good strategy. We visited last season's winners, Tuks, and runners-up, Mamelodi Sundowns, to refresh our memory with what it takes to stay at the top of the MDC log.
We working differently than other clubs, so we don't have a permanent team when coming to the Reserve League, reserve team. Usually what we do is we go around the club, and then we select the best players, and then we try to give everyone a chance, especially from under 17, under 19, and our sort of a reserve team called Spartak playing the Castle League, plus students. That's how we select the team, and then we're not really preparing it like other teams. We're only meeting one day before the game because we feel that the Reserve League is meant for the first team players, especially if you have plenty young players from the first team. So we choose the team according to the needs of the first team.
I think I was lucky to inherit the players I inherited from the academy boys. Luckily at Sundowns we always have development. So the players are always ready. That is why even when I was told within a week to go that we are starting the MDC, I knew where to get the players and I got them. We played well. I think the boys adjusted very well from the academy league up to the MDC, and it was a nice game.
The two teams are doing excellent work in the league, with Mamelodi Sundowns sitting at the top of the log, showing us the importance of planning carefully. can forget the eventful commentator search that took place last year? Thousands of aspirants came to the auditions, all with the same goal, and gave us unforgettable performances, leaving the panel of judges speechless.
When you've got a group as many as what came through today, you're always, I think, likely to find one or two and maybe the one that you're looking for if it is just one.
Yeah, it's been a long day, I must say. A lot of different people, I must say, different characters, people with talent, some without talent at all.
We are here at the beautiful Royal Bafokeng Stadium for the much anticipated Soweto derby between Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. We know that both the players will be doing an amazing job.
I think Chelsea, the team in form at the moment, although Mourinho's a little bit upset. Let's see how the players go.
Bonganzungu, diagonal pass to Kigandoli finds Kadul Malajila into Sompogiana's range. Will you shoot? No.
Pulis at the takes. Who's going to take it? I'm not that good.
They might even be able to score a goal. Yes, and they did. And that brings us up to a 3-2 score. Great.
And he just passes it across the goal. Makula, one touch finish into the back of the net. I think that's a classical.
Today we've got Simpiwe Chabalala. The striker is the striker. Oh, today the striker is Simperele Mthembu. Simperele Mthembu is trying to press. Here's Kaizer Chiefs. Here's George Chabalala. Here is Simpiwe Chabalala. He put the ball. What a cross to number 2, Simpiwe Kaka. What a cross. Simpiwe Kaka and on goal. Chiefs are in front. We are in for a number of goals.
After what seemed like a long day of going through many hopefuls, the judges were impressed by 3 gentlemen who gave outstanding performances. But it was only the beginning for them, as they were still faced with the job of commentating a full match and making sure that they understood it.
We are very happy with the 4 people that we've selected, and we'll be giving them an opportunity to commentate one game, and that's 90 minutes, because what they've been commentating right now is just 5-minute clips, and now they're going to get the whole game. So we're excited to see how they'll do. And obviously we'll be coaching them prior them going to commentate and giving them certain tips. They'll be spending time with Baba Mtetwa, one of our resident commentators, and we'll be giving them tips on how they can be their best at what they do.
Well done to Grant, Temba and William. The task that these gentlemen had was to commentate on all the Diski Challenge games and above all, be liked by the viewers. They're doing an excellent job. After all, they are being trained by the best. As you know by now, showing off your best moves is a major part of the MDC culture. Let's count down the most memorable dance moves we've had thus far. And there you have it, our top 5 MDC dancers for the season. It's a new year and that means new action and more moves. MDC promises to continue bringing exhilarating dances this year. Stay tuned for more enticing MultiChoice Diski Challenge throwback action after the break.
Diski MultiChoice, hashtag asidlali.
MultiChoice Diski asidlali.
MultiChoice Diski.
MultiChoice Diski Challenge.
MultiChoice Diski Challenge, hashtag asidlali.
Ishap. Baka baka.
MultiChoice Diski Challenge.
Hashtag asidlali.
Hashtag asidlali.
Welcome back. You're still tuned into the MultiChoice Diski Challenge. Here's a quick recap of the first half. We revisited the MDC launch and threw back to the commentator search. The MultiChoice Diski Challenge has seen eminent stars rise to their full potential during this season. We visited these skillful players at their training grounds to see the process of molding their skills.
I'm from the home of football. I grew up training with my dad's team. So as I grew up, he was also playing and I used to train with him. So that's where it all started.
When I was young, I was in an environment where we play soccer. So I was motivated by my bigger brothers by playing soccer. And I thought I should make a living also for myself and go into the soccer industry and try my best.
Before I went to England, I was in the academy side, the under-19 side. So I stayed here at the Cambridge system, so of which I got a scholarship to go abroad. But I was playing more football with the under-19s, developing as much as I could. Then I thought there was a good opportunity to go in England, learn a few things, and then come back, be a better player.
I started playing in MTC last season, which is, it went well for us, even if we didn't reach into the finals, but we lost in semi-finals playing against the Ducks. But it was a great experience for me, and I think I learned a lot from professional players, because if abadlali first team bayeza bezodlala nathi, so ngifunde kakhulu and engisizile nami ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngimprove igame yami, ngikwazi nami ukuthi ngikwazi ngidlale kuyilo stage is competitive and kwi high level futhi.
Looking forward to seeing these outstanding players go even further in the league as the season resumes this new year. The MDC has a culture of rewarding 3 superfans during the game days. Here are the best fans in their best attires we've had this season.
I decided to follow MDC because it is the change. How can I enter bashimane ba banyane ba go tswa mo di drugs thing go tswa mo dilong tsa dintsi tsa di seng right and e ba thusa le prove talent ya bona so ke ntho e ntseng gore ke tloe social nguve ke tla Bloemfontein ke motlotlo ka yona haholo
ke kala ba bona batho bao and ane ke tsamane ba gotse ba ke bona ba mpitseng ba re ke tle ka bane ke tlo support a team ke feel happy ne ke le shocked ya bane ba mpitse mara ke happy no yana
ke feel monate gape ke feel MultiChoice la nkgethile gore ke tla kgona go bua mo feel monate wa le ntshutsitse mo MultiChoice le gore le nne dilo tse ke re ka le bua
really honest speaking nna ke thabile haholo gore MultiChoice be tlile kwano haholo jwang mo local mo stadium sa Molemela stadium.
First time it around social nguve zanga ya ka tournament and the stadium kona basibula
ntse sa tle di-tournament so bo botlhe re hey pure re be mo re kgone go feela gore MultiChoice e direlang wa ntshwala.
The selection process for the superfans is choosing the fans that stand out in the attires of the teams they support. And we hope to see more representation and support as we resume. The MultiChoice Diski Challenge has certainly added a distinct flavor to local football fandom. As this exhilarating football chapter is about to resume, let's take it back to the best moments, skills, and goals we've had during the season. For the love of the game. The first part of the season brought us only laughter, skill and awe, and of course some funky MDC moves. We are gearing up to pick up where we left off, MDC style. Get interactive and share your opinions, highlights, and predictions on these social media platforms. The games will kick off with Ajax Cape Town against Free State Stars at Khalishiwe Stadium. And then it's Gauteng versus Northwest as the Buccaneers take on Dikwena. PSL returnees Jomo Cosmos and Golden Arrows face off at Kingswelithini Stadium. And the Clever Boys lock horns with Amakosi at Khalishiwe Stadium. Bloemfontein Celtic battle Platinum Stars at Cesar Ramabodu Stadium. Chippa United and Golden Arrows go head-to-head at Wolfson Stadium. And finally, it's Free State Stars against the Bucks in a wildly anticipated battle. Don't miss it. That's it from the MultiChoice Diski Challenge for this week. Stick with us as we bring you the best of Reserve League football, one kick at a time. Compliments of the new year. Until we meet again, #Asidlali.
Any brew gay alpha.